and says that I somehow came in contact with illegal contraband.
What's more, says that I some way or another interacted with unlawful stash. Or regardless of whether you know what I'm talking about, so R. Kelly chooses to utilize his 15 minutes of a call to request that I be placed in prison. Think about who's in serious trouble presently in the present delicious scoop. We jump into R. Kelly's stunner claim from in the slammer. Tasha K, the tattle sovereign herself, could be trading her YouTube studio for a jail cell, confronting an astounding 10 years checkout unwind. This legitimate show where VIP resides and jail walls impact. He requests that I be placed in prison for delivering private messages among him and his sweethearts subsequent to confronting his own fights in court. R. Kelly is currently blaming Tasha K for extreme infringement, including carelessness, intrusion of security, and deliberate punishment of profound misery, among others. This case, recorded in the U.S. locale court in Chicago, focuses to an obvious reality. Tasha K could have to deal with upwards of 10 years in jail, assuming that found blameworthy under Punitive Code 18 U.S. Code Segment 641. This isn't just about a monetary repayment, it's about a possible 10 years in the slammer. Let me let you know, I will give you another selective. It was so weighty. I had a contact connect with me to give me Drea Kelly's fixed separation. The center of Kelly's grumbling spins around the supposed unlawful admittance to his confidential data by many jail agency officials. The claim guarantees that this delicate information, which incorporates email journalists, calls, and visitor visits, was gotten to in excess of multiple times by a previous jail official known as official. This official purportedly messaged a few records to herself prior to giving them to Tasha, who then, at that point, communicated them on her YouTube channel Unwind with Tasha K, arriving at more than 1 million supporters. And ultimately, we got a couple of R. Kelly's special features, Michelle Kramer and her little girl Dominica, in an almost 40-minute video. Tasha K alluded to her sources, expressing definitely there's a telephone tap someplace, and I won't let you know where it's at, and urged her watchers to zero in on the data. She shared this demonstration of publicizing private data. Kelly's lawyer, Jennifer Bonjon, contends has seriously affected Kelly's capacity to discuss, even with his own legitimate group. As Bonjon told AV7 Chicago, he reserved each privilege to have the option to be certain to figure the BOP would safeguard his data and not exploit yet sadly specific BOP officials. Did only that Kelly's lawful group has focused on the need of this claim, particularly since the Division of Equity's examination concerning the wrongdoing didn't prompt charges against those. Elaborate the claim plans to look for answers in equity for Kelly, featuring the continuous battle and the break of trust he encountered. I tired 'cause I was so invigorated, and I resembled think about what I'ma get the eye in a real sense. I had like portion of the pages, and I expressed someone going to send me the other half as the legitimate tempest around Tasha K strengthens her notoriety as an embarrassment. Inclined consider shows up with more home spotlight. Conceive Latasha Transfield on Walk 10, 1982. In Panama City, Florida, Tasha K's excursion from a nearby secondary school graduate to a YouTube sensation is a story of desire and discussion. I said, goodness, you grimy gracious. I was perusing it. I resembled you, a no for her station sent off in August 2015. She immediately amassed a huge following, currently flaunting more than 1 million endorsers and almost 250 million perspectives. Tasha K's substance is a mix of mainstream society conversations, VIP tattle, and meetings. Her straightforward style has procured her both distinction and reputation. This venturesome methodology is apparent in her most seen video. R. Kelly X uncovers darling's ales. Loot loves to put objects up his, which alone gathered over 4.5 million perspectives. Her virtual entertainment presence is similarly great, with countless devotees across stages like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok, where she's known as an unmistakable voice in superstar news. And tattle anyway, Tasha K's way has been cleared with fights in court, the most pitched being her quarrel with Grammy Grit-winning rapper Cardi B. The claim documented in the U.S. Locale Court Northern area of Georgia in 2019 blamed Tasha K for making a progression of misleading and disparaging proclamations about Cardi B, including claims of prostitution and substance use, and an especially fiery video. Tasha guaranteed that Cardi B had participated in unequivocal demonstrations, with lager bottles prompting far and wide open consideration. Cardi B's reaction was one of hopelessness, expressing that the recordings caused her to feel discouraged and marking Tasha a detestable. The court controlled in Cardi B's approval granting her a significant seven-figure aggregate and harms Tasha K's affirmation of her manufactures, followed by a withdrawal endeavor added to the show in an Instagram post. Tasha K put out a conciliatory sentiment to Cardi B and her group, a motion that appeared to be short of what was needed. Following this lawful loss, Tasha K found wound up in monetary waterways, bowing out of all financial obligations. In May 2023, yet being denied the opportunity to release the $3.4 million obligation owed to Cardi B through the Section 11 procedures. Tasha K's debates don't end there. She's as of now involved in a faltering $360 million claim with Diocesan Lamore Whitehead, a figure with a checkered past himself. The claim arose out of Tasha K's covering Whitehead's supposed wrongdoing, including monetary abnormalities and terrorizing strategies, holler and diversion, which produces Tasha K's show, has disproved Whitehead's cases, contending that numerous assertions are either obvious or simple suppositions, and consequently not exposed to maligning claims. Fanning the fire, a new occurrence at the We in Miami web recording powerhouse party saw Tasha K engaged with an actual squabble. A video, which circulated around the web, showed her kicking a man on the floor, igniting far and wide hypothesis and music banter. While Tasha could not straightforwardly address the occurrence, she indicated her position in a YouTube video, stressing her job as a computerized moderator and moving away from YouTube through her excursion from a YouTuber to a figure encompassed by legitimate and individual debates. Tasha K's story is a useful example of how the quest for drama and popularity can prompt serious repercussions. Her legitimate snares, especially the claim with a Kelly, could, to be sure, stamp a defining moment in her vocation, possibly finishing in a huge jail sentence. As we keep on following this story, plainly Tasha K's propensity for discussion and show might have at last caught up with her, potentially flagging the finish of her opportunity in her disputable profession, turning our focal point to the next hero in this unfurling adventure, R. Kelly. We find a figure saturated with discussion and embarrassment. The R&B vocalist, whose complete name is Robert Sylvester Kelly, has a set of experiences defaced by serious and upsetting claims. His lawful misfortunes follow back to the 1990s, with allegations principally zeroing in on his associations with teen young ladies. Do you like teen young ladies? When you say teen, how can we talk young ladies who are teens? The gravity of these claims finished in 2022, when Kelly was condemned to 30 years detainment in the wake of being viewed as at fault for 8 counts of illegal exploitation and 1 of racketeering in New York. His fights in court didn't end there, as he later confronted conviction for adolescent maltreatment at a second bureaucratic preliminary in Chicago. Kelly's difficulty past incorporates a mysterious union with 15-year-old artist Alia in 1994, when he was 27, yet an association later dissolved. His previous visit supervisor affirmed that he paid off an administration laborer to get a phony ID for Leah to work with the marriage, following Ali's grievous demise in a plane accident in 2001. Kelly seldom talked about her, referring to muddled purposes behind her non-appearance in his self-portrayal. So they're lying on you. That is your clarification. They're lying on you. Totally. The vocalist's lawful difficulties kept on mounting throughout the long term. In 1996, he He was sued for close-to-home misery by Tiffany Hawkins, who asserted she had a relationship with him. Beginning when she was 15, the case was privately addressed any remaining issues again in 2001. Tracy Sampson, a previous assistant at Epic Records, sued Kelly, blaming him for actuating her into and initiating her into a disgusting relationship at 17. This case also was privately addressed any remaining issues. Maybe the most dooming of the charges came in June 2002. When Kelly was blamed for making adolescent maltreatment recordings, he confronted 21 counts, including different demonstrations with a minor, in spite of his disavowal of the charges, and a 6-year sit-tight for preliminary. The jury finished up they couldn't demonstrate the young lady in the tape was a minor, bringing about Kelly's vindication. Generally speaking, in the resulting years, claims keep on surfacing. A BuzzFeed report in 2017 blamed Kelly for catching 6 ladies in a faction, controlling each part of their lives. This report prompted further disclosures from casualties, illustrating Kelly's conduct. The Lifetime narrative, Enduring R. Kelly, carried restored consideration regarding these charges in the end, prompting new charges. And Kelly's possible conviction. His lawful difficulties were not restricted to New York and Chicago. He likewise confronted criminal cases in different states, including Maine, where he was blamed for requesting a teen, assuming you truly take a gander at that.